Good morning, students. Our today's topic in the subject of business studies is formal and informal communication and the direction of the communication. So concentrate yourself. We are going to start. A lot of the concepts and ideas are going to be involved in the lecture, which needs your attention. So concentrate. First of all, we are going to read the definition of the formal communication. When information within or with the exterior of an organization is transmitted through channels of the communication set up and officially recognized by the organization. So things to be noted is if the channels of the communication are set up by the organization and recognized officially by the organization, then that kind of the communication through these means will be called formal communication. Example is here: notes on a notice board, attending official meetings, formal assessment meetings held yearly by the manager with each subordinate, etc. So these are the communication channels which are set up officially by the organization. So these are called formal communication. On the other hand, informal communication, that is also called the grapevine, an informal source of the news and views in an organization whereby information may often be exaggerated or distorted in the form of the gossip or rumors. So these kind of the communication is called informal communication because the channel of the communications are not recognized or set up by the organization. So these are called informal communication. The knowledge or information is passed through gossip or rumors. Sometimes these informal channels may be used by the management to test the reaction to new ideas before a formal communication is made. So this is very important way of the communication even for the organization itself, because they sometimes pass some kind of the knowledge through informal communication to test the reaction of the new ideas. Representatives of a business may have informal meetings or communication with business partners, for instance, at a concert or a conference. The direction of the communication. The first way we are going to read is downward vertical communication. So vertical downward takes place from a higher level of the hierarchy to a lower level of the hierarchy. For instance, from managers to subordinates. It will usually consist of instructions and decisions because the knowledge or information which is passed from the managers to the subordinates is usually of instructions and decisions. The next that we are going to read is the upward vertical communication. So upward vertical, it means takes place from lower level of the hierarchy to the higher level of the hierarchy. For instance, from a subordinate to a manager, it will usually consist of information or feedback. So these are the kinds of the things which has to be passed from the subordinates to the managers, information or feedback. The next form of the communication that we are going to read in this topic is horizontal communication. Takes place between employees at the same level of the hierarchy, because horizontal stands for same level. This occurs frequently and informally when the people exchanged information, ideas, etc. So here is a figure that is representing the vertical communication, that may be from top to bottom or from bottom to top, and horizontal communication. The next thing that we are going to read is diagonal communication. Takes place across the hierarchy between the people at different levels. So diagonal communication stands for the information or the things may be passed from the management to the subordinates, from lower to top, from top to lower, or from right to left or left to right. So these kind of the communication is involving different levels of the management in the organization. So this was the lecture, students. I hope so this will be much more easier for you to understand. So read this lecture again, understand it, learn it, and make your notes. Thank you so much.